I know what I told you, but now I'm telling you we're facing a new thing. It spreads like the flu.
Impossible.
Fine. Go to the hospital, check it out yourself. Go without a mask, you'll see more clearly. You got 19 dead, you got hundreds more infected.
And that's just the Omicron variant. That's Outbreak. The movie from a long time ago.
Yeah, that movie is so old-fashioned and yet so prophetic.
Yeah. I'll have to come up with a new intro for the COVID Corner, and that's what this is. Welcome back to Nothing Yet Live. I'm Jay Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
All right, let's talk about some depressing shit, except for that picture is pretty cool.
Yeah, we're looking at a picture here of the SARS-CoV-19.
I'll read the fancy words.
Okay.
A colorized scanning electron microscope image shows this SARS-CoV-2, the round blue objects emerging from cells cultured in the lab. SARS-CoV-2 is the coronavirus. That is cool looking. I mean, if you're not dying,
pretty colors.
If you're not dying of it. Anyway. Omicron spreading
lightning fast. This is from NPR, by the way. In the U.S., the percentage of cases caused by this new coronavirus variant jumped 7 times in just a week, from 0.4% of the total cases sequenced to 2.9%, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates. And it's already causing about 13% of cases in a region that includes New York and New Jersey. Those were kind of the hotbeds.
That's like a full teaching load.
They're getting the full teaching load in New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. So in a household, the risk of spreading the Omicron variant to another member is 3 times higher than it was with the Delta variant. Is with the Delta variant. That's not cool. Is. Because we're still dealing with that shit. UK health officials estimated Friday, and Delta, as you know, is considered highly transmissible. Well, that's right. But then we took it to Omicron. We got to level Omicron. Just like when they started naming hurricanes after like Roman numerals.
Yeah, what are we going to do when we
run out of Greek letters? Yeah.
Greek alphabet runs out. Are we going to switch to Hebrew, which is similar? I
are
was
you blaming the Jews for the plague?
No, Jesus. Oh, God.
You're blaming Jesus?
New conspiracy. Yes. Okay. I admit it.
Okay. Hey, everybody. You heard it here first.
Jesus, responsible for the evolution of coronavirus.
The Jews say Jesus is responsible. Anyway, preliminary data published online Wednesday gives us the first look at how Omicron may behave inside the respiratory tract. Oh, that's fun. This is how it kills you.
It's how it spreads.
Yeah. Offers a tantalizing clue as to why this heavily mutated variant is spreading so fast and even outcompeting Delta. Well, you don't want that. You know what else doesn't outcompete Delta? Spirit Airlines.
The Omicron variant multiplies about 70 times faster inside human respiratory tract tissue than the Delta variant does, scientists at the University of Hong Kong report.
Uh-oh.
And the Omicron variant simply weighed in and said...
No, I don't have that. Mic dropped. Normally we just do this. Dropped.
I haven't seen you do that in so long. That's amazing, says immunologist Wilfredo Garcia Beltran in a fantastic use of adjectives by a scientist.
There was much rejoicing.
Who's a fellow at the Ragon Institute of Massachusetts General Hospital and wasn't involved in the study. This finding indicates that mutations in Omicron have sped up the process of entering or replicating, or both, inside the tissue. But how this finding... Yeah, you're playing God.
I can hit the pause button.
But how this finding from tissue studied in the lab relates to viral loads inside an actual person's respiratory tract
teaching load
is still unknown, he emphasizes. We're going to get totally stupid on this now.
Yeah, there we go.
These findings from the University of Hong Kong haven't been peer-reviewed, and the experiments occurred entirely inside cell tissue. Nonetheless, the research supports another study published online Tuesday from Garcia Beltran, who uses his adjectives beautifully, and his colleagues also suggest Omicron is more infectious than Delta.
Well, it has more spikes.
Using fake or pseudoviruses, they found that Omicron spike protein, the region that binds to human cells triggering infection, was much better at helping the virus enter human cells than the spike protein of Delta or that of the original coronavirus.
More spikes.
Take a bench, Delta.
Oh god, that's all we need. Yeah. So this thing just it's got more spikes, so it gets into your cells faster, and then duplicates itself, and
It
then
has-
explodes out everywhere.
It has more staying power. It has more. It has more little Velcro hooks in it.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with vaccination.
Yep, you're getting your booster on
Okay.
Monday.
That's right. Gotta have my vaccinations.
Gotta have your shots.
Strikingly, Omicron was fourfold more infectious than the wild type, the original version, the one they found in the wild, and 2 times more infectious than Delta. I wonder how much further down the Greek alphabet that is.
You mean which letter in the alphabet is Omicron?
Is it Delta Omicron?
I thought it went Delta Lambda, and there was a Lambda variant, I guess.
Oh, that's right, there
That
was.
never took off in the United
Didn't
States.
it didn't have the
spike power.
didn't have the PR campaign. This one has.
Didn't have those Velcro hooks.
Well, hey, they made a movie out of the Omicron variant.
Very prescient of them.
Yeah.
It was bad. The movie was bad, and the virus is bad.
So Michael Chan-Chi Wai, a Hong Kong virologist, and his colleagues took tissue from human bronchi. I almost read bronchi.
From
Bronchi
human
is 2 large
bronchi.
tubes in your respiratory tract that bring air into your lungs. The researchers infected the tissue with live replicating particles of SARS-CoV-2 virus and used 3 versions of the virus: Delta, Omicron variant, Delta Omicron. 3 versions. What was it?
An American,
the
the variant that was circulating in
variants of the
2020.
variants. Oh my God.
Then the researchers looked to see how fast each variant spread through the respiratory tissue. Within 24 hours, Omicron had infected the tissue at 70 times the level observed with the Delta variant.
Chan and his colleagues. I'm sorry.
Chan and his colleagues pulled up their panties and ran.
They're like, great, they're going to blame us for this one too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now they're blaming South Africa.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Keep it straight.
I don't know what to tell you. It's bad. It's worse. I mean, but still, right? The vaccines work, right? This is just more infectious. So I wonder if like the deal is that you could have it. So does it last longer? So you can have it. Say you're immune to it because you've been vaccinated, but you get it somehow. You have it in you, and it's easier to spread to people that haven't been vaccinated. Is that the deal?
I would imagine that's the case because that was the case with Delta. I think what happens is if you're vaccinated, it's not going to replicate the way that it does if you're not vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
And if it's not replicating, if you don't have that many copies of it, then it's not going to be as contagious.
Right.
That's my guess, but you're still contagious.
Right, to other people.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I got that right.
I think I got that right. I'm no expert.
Uh-oh. Executive producer.
And the room is about the average IQ in the room is about to go up.
Sorry, I'll be up to 20. Sneaking in.
So Dr. Z sneaking in. We just said that the average IQ in the room is about to go up.
So
And-
anyway,
Actually, this story
Derailed.
was courtesy of Dr. Z.
Wow.
So that's why Omicron is so infectious.
yeah, in case you've been living under a rock, it's bad. Meanwhile, over in Fox News,
They're telling you to get the virus.
yeah, unvaxxed, get COVID. It's like chicken pox is what they're saying. At least that's what
So
I'm
have
inferring that from-
your COVID party.
I'm inferring that.
It's time to let this infection, this mild infection, circulate. Tell that to the people with Fox News medical contributor Dr. Nicole Safier on
Okay, what kind of? All right, let's see. Anybody want to put odds on what kind of doctor this woman?
Oh, I already know.
She's a doctor of theology.
She is
A
well
medic.
educated. She's about as educated as you would expect a Fox News doctor
Okay, what's
to
her
be
expertise?
on
She's got to be a
virology.
virologist, right? She's weighing in on the vaccine.
I'll give
she-
you a clue. Her type of medicine doesn't see patients.
Plastic surgeon.
No, a plastic surgeon would see patients. They would be passed out probably most of the time. But what kind of doctor doesn't actually have to interact with patients?
I'm lost.
A radiologist.
Oh, okay.
They look at films. The other good guess would have been pathologist.
So what do
They deal with corpses.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming she has some biology background. So there. That.
A
Go
good
ahead.
radiologist would say, I'm probably
talk to a
not
virologist.
qualified. Yeah, you need to speak to an infectious disease doctor
There's a
about
guy I
this.
heard about. His name's Fauci.
I look at x-rays, I look at mammograms, I look at MRIs, I don't look at viruses. Anyway, during a segment about COVID-19 safety rules, Fox News host Bill Hemmer falsely claimed that the virus is dying out.
Okay.
When the virus mutates and gets stronger, we might be in trouble, Hemmer shrugged. But when the virus mutates and gets weaker, that's a great sign because the virus is dying out. So where does he get that it's getting weaker?
Well, he sees the future, as most
Fox News hosts do.
They're
Okay.
all they can all see the future.
Oh, you
Except for
learn
that whole
something
January
every day.
6th thing. They couldn't see that future, but
Yeah, seeing as they were all shitting their pants about that, unless they were acting.
so the Fox News host pointed out how fucking incredibly stupid he is, and also he had a radiologist talking about virology. Carry on.
The Fox News host pointed to reports from South Africa which say the Omicron variant of COVID-19 produces milder symptoms. Safir, a certified
So because it's
radiologist.
mild.
What?
It's like, dude, it's still killing people. Oh, sorry.
Praised the large amount of natural immunity in our
Praise
country.
the
Oh,
large.
because we're Americans. We got more
Praise
immunity.
the large Americans that have immunity.
As we approach the 1 million dead mark, we should be able to move
Keep
forward
forgetting about that.
and allow for the fact that this virus is causing very mild illness in people who are vaccinated. Oh, no, but he whispered that in people
Yeah,
who
but
are
it's-
vaccinated. In the fine print. And younger
It
populations.
was at the end of the chyron that ran off the screen.
Yeah. And including those who have become boosted. God, that was also in the chyron in very fine print at the bottom of the screen. Safir argued, there will always be people who are vulnerable to this virus, just like every year we see people vulnerable to flu and other causes of pneumonia.
Okay, radiologist. Okay.
Oh, that wasn't a virus. That was an MRI.
Do you know what else works? Vaccinations, dumbass.
Well, she admits that. That's the thing, is that she's admitting that
But I mean,
that people with the vaccine and boosters get milder illness.
go carry on.
But for the rest of society, oh, okay, she's talking about people who aren't vulnerable to pneumonia and other illnesses.
Yeah.
For the rest of society, it's time to move forward.
Right.
Oh, because we can
So
just have a section of people who can move forward, and then the people who are vulnerable to pneumonia are in another place, because that's what
sounds like some MTG.
that's how viruses work.
MTG would be down with that.
Totally.
If we just put certain people in certain places.
And then we put the rest of society in another place. We'll call them the freedom variant people.
This person is not. Okay, go ahead. Like this idea. Okay, you're gonna tell me. I just don't even want to say it. It seems so like that we're still having this conversation at the end of 2021.
So she starts out by admitting without admitting that mild illness is occurring in people who are vaccinated and boosted. And then she goes on to essentially boost her argument by saying there are always going to be vulnerable people, but we shouldn't worry about them. The rest of us should move on, because it's like peeing in like having a pee-pee section in the pool.
It's a P section in the pool. That's a good one. like that.
Oh, I got it off of South
I just
Park.
can't believe we're still having this conversation in 2021. This idea that it's like, of course, people who are vaccinated are still going to get it, but and it is more infectious. So as more people are vaccinated, then they get it. It's going to be like, oh, well, this person had a vaccine and they got it. Well, it's like if they didn't have the vaccine, they would have gotten it too. It's just the end of 2021. It just kills me. And it's just like, everybody gets vaccinated. Shut the fuck up. Like, at what point does that happen? Where it's just like, if you can't get vaccinated, we will make sure that to accommodate you.
Well, now
But everybody else gets fucking vaccinated.
let me give you the argument against vaccinating
Okay.
from the doctor.
Okay.
We've never required a vaccine to prevent the sniffles. People at this point have access to affordable vaccines that can reduce their risk of severe illness, and they can get boosted at this point if they want to even further reduce their very low risk of severe illness. At this point, it's time to move forward and allow this mild infection to circulate so that we can continue that hybrid immunity.
I've got an idea. I wonder where this is okay. The fact that you're just like, okay, well, let's get it spread. That whole idea of let's get it spread around, the chicken pox thing, where they're just like, we'll build up a herd immunity faster. It's like, yeah, but it's the fucking cost of lots of lives.
Yeah,
Are
chicken
you trying
pox.
to like kill your people or what? Lady?
That's-
like,
that's-
are you
that's-
trying to? Is this target?
That's if there's no vaccine. That's what we used to do with chicken pox
This is what
when
you
there
fu-
was no vaccine.
Right.
Now there's a vaccine. We
This
don't
is
do
what
that
you
anymore.
fucking tell people if you want them to die.
Well, it's going to kill their viewers. But what does she care? She's a young radiologist.
Let's just move forward on this. Let's just move forward.
Everybody just move on. It's time to move on. I know, yeah, people are dying, but the rest of us need to move on.
So anyway, well, that was the COVID corner. That was brought to you by Sam on Slingshots.
I got my new toys here.
Yes. One of these, I gotta find the little foam balls.
Oh,
We'll have
yeah.
a war. We'll have a war for you guys. Sam on Slingshots. Avy Crockett Rowan. Gonna go see him personally. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
I
a
like that
custom-
one better.
I'm gonna get a custom made one.
This is for stronger people, even though it's pink. This is for weaker people, but it's easier for me to shoot.
Yeah, get yours today. Is that it? That's it for now.
That's it for now.
We got a fucking funny ass segment for you. The 4 segments. I think it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, it's going to be our art segment.
It's gonna be our our new art segment.
And you know what happens when we do art segments? It usually degenerates,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
We'll sprinkle a little naked Florida man in there for you.
There you go.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. I'm Though J. Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
This is Nothing Out Loud.